You're good. Okay. So Cyndi has been our partner. I guess I say partner in crime, but it's really partner in healing in this whole process with me and the group and just my family life and just a really amazing friendship. So um, yeah, she's so awesome at sharing all the stuff I have, and I love sharing all her stuff too. So I just wanted to introduce you all to her and kind of put a face to a name because she's going to be with us in the background as we go along this journey together. And even with one-on-one clients, she's helping me a ton too. So Cyndi has a skill that I don't have, and actually several skills that I don't have, but we complement each other. And the things that she doesn't have, that I don't have, she has, and vice versa. So one of the things that I love that she really helps us with is with muscle testing. So muscle testing is one of those things that people have heard of, or they have no idea what it is. Or if you've been in the group, you're kind of familiar with what it is because we've been utilizing that skill of hers in the past. Um, or if you're new to it, muscle testing, she probably describe it better than I can, but she helps me with that, with as far as getting each one of you the proper dosage for things, or checking your body to see how it's doing. For example, let's say once we finish the liver detox, if you would like to know how clear your liver is, she can do muscle testing and she can explain what that is, to see what percentage clear it is, if you need to do any more liver detoxing or if you're good to go where you're at. And also once we get to the pine gum spirits or any other supplements that we do, if you want to know specifically how much your body needs at this moment in time, she can do muscle testing and help you to figure out exactly what you need. Is that right, Cyndi? Am I kind of opening the door for explaining how this all works? Oh, hang on, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear her? Ah, no. Do you wanna go out and come back in and just see what happens? Or is your Bluetooth on your car maybe? Okay.
Okay. Now can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I turned it off my car. That's why I'm gonna do like my 2 minute talk before I drive back because I have a meeting. But
Okay.
thank you
Thank
for
you.
inviting me today. Really grateful to meet you. Diane, Luann, Trish, thank you. And muscle testing is you have an energy field around your body because we are all just energy. And we have the potential to ask your body exactly what it needs. And so that is my superpower, is to
Mhm.
be able to muscle test and then muscle test accurately. And so I use my fingers, but you might have gone to a chiropractor where they hold up your arm and test you strong or weak. That's where that term muscle testing comes in, because the muscle is holding strong or weak. So you can ask your body yes, no questions. And I keep it nice and pure. And there's a lot of things that we do to make sure that it's accurate. It's how we're asking the questions, and then being hydrated. It's really interesting that our bodies need water, they need to stay hydrated, which is obviously very important in this group. So when you need something, I can just ask your body. So let's muscle test for Cynthia really quick. Cynthia, do I have your permission? And I usually need your permission. Is that right? Let's
Yes,
muscle test how clear your liver is, just for fun.
that's great. Good idea.
Okay. So then I'm going to use my fingers. Normally I use two hands, but I'm touching. So polarity is where you have a right side and a left side, and you want things to be balanced and even. So even though I can do it with one hand, I like both sides to touch. There's a sway method where you can learn to muscle test at home, but let's just say, let's so asking God. Many times I do this in silence. So asking God to clear our energy, that we can muscle test accurately for Cynthia for these questions this day. Amen. And then setting the intention. Cynthia's liver it's 100% clear. No. Is it over 90? Is it over 95, 95, 96? So then 96% clear. And my fingers are holding strong, but I have to hold my phone so you might not be able to see it. So it's as simple as that. But what's really interesting is we can do it. So maybe you're taking supplements and you've invested all this money in supplements and you're like, oh, it's just a waste. So we can muscle test. I usually have people line up their supplements, and then I'll ask, how many of these supplements does this person need for the next 30 days? They need this one, this one, this one, and then we pull them out. Because why waste money on really good things if they're not doing your body good? And then we take those supplements, and I would ask, does this person need this supplement every day? And then does this person need this supplement once a day, with breakfast, lunch, dinner, when they wake up? And then we dial it down on your personal energy field so you know exactly what to take and when. And that's really nice. So if you're taking supplements and you get them dialed in for you, so I have a 30-minute that I do just to like get your supplements done. And then if we have extra time, we'll release any negative programs or limiting beliefs that might be preventing you from following this program that you want to do and being successful. So, okay, are there any questions before I turn my car on?
I love it. I just have to say
Okay,
how cool it is, like to be able to. I did it one time. Oh, can you explain the swaying? How you can do it by yourself, just as like a, or how that works?
this way.
Yeah.
So when you're standing up, you'd stand with your feet underneath your shoulders. And then usually I like to close my eyes when I start. And then you tell your body, show me a yes. And many times you're going to feel your body instantly sway forward. It's going to pull you forward. And if it pulls you backwards, that means your polarity is reversed and there's things we can do to change it. And then you would tell your body, show me a no. Over 95% of the time, your body's going to sway back and then do this. If your polarity is off, make sure you're drinking water. You can go and ground outside to make sure you're on point with accuracy. And then you would ask a question that you already know that you already know the answer. Like, my name is Cyndi. And so my body should sway forward because that's a yes. But then if I said my name is Diane, it's going to maybe go back because that's a no. So then once you start getting the feel of your body, that sway, and that's a really good way you can do it for your own supplements, for food. Is this food good for me right now? Is this orange something I should eat right now? Oh, no, maybe that's not what my body needs right now. So that's something that you can start doing and utilizing. And even with your fasting or whatever you're doing, should I fast for 14, 15, 16? What does my body need right now? And then you're just dialing it in because there's the guidelines which work incredible, but sometimes you want it even more specific to get even higher results when you talk to your body. Okay, does that answer that? Any other questions?
Oh, I love it. Okay. I'm just going to ask a question that others might have. So, how did you, just briefly, it's probably, I guess briefly, how did you learn how to do this? Is it special training? Is it just like a gift? I mean,
Yeah,
I guess people probably
it
want
was
to know.
special advanced training. So there's a weekend classes on how to muscle test. But what I did is back in 2010, I studied down, it was in Clifton, Idaho, and it was for 6 months. And everything that we learned was based on being able to muscle test. So lots of energetic techniques, nutrition, essential oils, homeopathy, flower essences, all of these things, because when we can muscle test, then we know exactly what this person needs. And so it was 6 months. So we had to go and learn and go home for a month and practice and come back and just refine those skills until now I can muscle test really quickly and really accurately. And it's really fun.
Yeah, and you can be anywhere in remotely. You don't have to be with you. You can just text her or call her or however, and she can do it. And then my next question for you is, how does it, I know energy is kind of one of those words people kind of get creeped out by just because of new age took over it, and God created the earth with his voice, which is energy, and created the world, everything around us with his energy, and he heals people with his energy. So I just kind of want to redefine like the truth of what, like, energy. It's with, like you said, it's our bodies, it's our
Yes.
design.
And that's really important because everything is by intention. Like you can have alcohol, which normally isn't necessarily healthy, but there's people who drink wine, or Jesus turned, water into wine because of the cultural significance. And I mean, in my own personal family, my family's been laced with alcoholics. It's destroyed lives. It's ruined things. So it's the same with energy and intention. So there's people who, I don't know, there's always dark and light. And just like even wheatgrass, I remember I was doing wheatgrass and I was juicing a tray a day thinking this is so wonderful. And then someone's like, well, there could be mold in the wheatgrass and you could have these things. No matter what you do, there's a good and a bad. And it's all the intention that you set, which is why I pray at the beginning of every single session and asking, my belief system is in God. And so that's what I do. But I will ask my client what their words of comfort are, because ultimately, God's energy is everything, no matter what you want to label it. Universal energy, life force field. Dr. Joe Dispenza, he keeps it on that more scientific, with that unified field, which is God, but it's so whatever word, it's still the same thing. It's there. And then energetically, so we use that intention. So your body's just energy and matter. The car that I'm sitting in, if you get closer and closer, there's nothing really there. It's just energy that's sort of solidified into what looks like matter.
I love
Does
that.
that
That's so
explain it?
cool. I love the science and the God behind it, like the creation, the creator. So then okay, then is there something that you can do further with them? Like if they said a half hour session, like if they just want to ask questions about different things, or what were you talking about as far as like them being able to meet with you for like a half hour or
Yes.
so?
So I do longer sessions. So usually people they sign up for like the 30-minute, $97. We go through your supplements. But sometimes you've had past events in your life. We like to think, well, that was way back when I was 5 years old. And it hasn't left your body or your mind. You push it out of your mind, but when it comes up, it just makes you cringe, and you're like, you're not moving forward. You're stuck energetically and mindfully in the past. And so that's where this energy comes in, because those thoughts are things. Every thought that you think, you're stepping into the life that you created based on your thoughts. But the problem is most of your thoughts just sort of are on repeat. You're repeating that same story that happened. Oh, if I walk by a dog, the dog's going to come out and the dog's going to bite me, and I'm terrified of dogs.
Mm.
So whatever it is, it could be deeper, it could be. So by this energy work, and it's very powerful, because I've done a lot of this work with my mom, who, I love my mom, but she's like, nope, nothing ever happened, which is why which is why she struggled with a lot of different things and blocking people out. But when
Mm.
I do this work, she's like, I can't tell you what a difference it makes. And so she went from just sitting at home, and she wasn't ever going to drive again. And she didn't even want to like pick up the food on the counters and all these different things, to being energized and motivated to like, I can do this. Yeah, I think I'll come over and help you. This is the power. It can change your life. It can change how you are on a daily basis.
That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, it's so I love that it's so pinpoint and everybody's on their we're doing a similar thing, but we're all on a different journey in our own life journey. So being able to pinpoint exactly what you need than just generalizing has so much more power and limits it's more effective, like efficient time wise than just kind of guessing. And for me, my practice too over the years, it's like, okay, well, this is what I know science wise, this is what we do, and it would work for somebody else. And I do it with another person, and it's not the exact same outcome because they're a different person. So it's nice to have
Yes.
somebody that can show us specifically each person's needs and design it around that specifically. So I really
Yes.
appreciate
So people who've had even deeper things that they want to work on, those are people, I call them my inner healing clients. And then I work with them once a week for 6 months, and that can be virtual or in person. And
it.
then
Okay.
every week, usually something new comes up. So whether
Mm.
we're working on a symptom of your physical body, you have the symptom. Well, then what energetically do we need to release? And
Mhm.
then what do you need to be taking? Maybe there's an action plan of, oh, you should be avoiding this food, taking this
Mm.
supplement. It looks like you need to walk for 30 minutes a day, or you really need to be walking for 45, or
Okay.
we're just dialing that in for each person. So that's something else I do when someone needs a little bit more. So when you're done with this program, sometimes it's nice to
Mm.
think, okay, because this program's so successful I mean, I've had people who've done it, and it's crazy successful.
Yay! Because our teamwork, I know, honing it into specifically, right, to getting the science down and then customizing it to each person's need, tailoring it really. I mean, that's awesome. Can
Mm-hmm.
be any better. I love it. Thank you so much. So, okay. So if
Okay.
you have to go, that's fine. But if you have questions for her, you can message. She's in our group. She's in our Facebook community in their messenger chat. So you can find her. So we have a similar name, as you can tell. Different spelling, but similar name. So you can find her. I love that's funny how God it's just that's how God's funny. How the name thing. It's just ironic. Anyway, so yeah, you can find her in the group and then messenger. Is that okay if they messenger you?
That would be awesome. Oh yeah, you can always message me. Okay, thanks.
Okay,
Thanks, you guys.
bye.